PTSD and In the Lake of the Woods by Tim O'Brien. PTSD is a mental health condition triggered by a traumatic experience.
John Wade suffered from PTSD at a young age as he walked in after his father had committed suicide. It grew more prevalent as he enrolled in the Army and experienced My Lai massacre firsthand.
The portrayal of PTSD in the novel is historically accurate due to the symptoms that John faces, which include sleep disorders, violence, and memory distortion.
John Wade's odd sleeping patterns are common symptoms of PTSD. On page 75, Wade's disorder is evident. He'd yell in his sleep, loud, desperate, obscene things, Kathy said. It wasn't even your voice. It wasn't even you.
The strange shouting in his sleep and waking up periodically without being aware is common among those diagnosed with the disorder. As stated by the National Center of PTSD, recurring nightmares, panicked awakenings, and violent movements during sleep are typical among those with PTSD. This means O'Brien's depiction of John's sleep patterns is accurate due to his PTSD.
Wade lied to himself in order to cover up the traumatic events from the public and in his own mind. Wade, commonly known as Sorcerer, played tricks on himself to mask the truth.
Tim O'Brien writes on page 68 that he pretended that if the secret stayed inside him with all the other secrets, he could fool the world and himself too.
The tricks John played helped him fool himself into forgetting the experiences. Those tricks weren't just tricks, according to an article by Landy Spar and Jay Brunner. When experiencing trauma, certain hormones in your brain can weaken or strengthen the memory, leading to a misrepresentation of the actual event. This provides reasons for John's memory's distortion and its relations to the image of PTSD.
John experiences violent episodes throughout the book, all while not aware they were happening. In one episode on page 47, John hoped there was a God so that he could kill him.
To deepen the reading's understanding in his accuracy of PTSD, O'Brien also added evidence from another source on page 146. Waking up with your hands around your wife's throat is frightening to the vet and to the wife. Why John never physically harmed Kathy, it explains the violence that many PTSD war veterans go through.
John's violent episodes weren't just on him. PTSD changes a person. It creates a lack in social skills, which overall leads to aggressive behaviors, according to Paul Carolla and Marilyn Burdick. These findings explain Wade's violent thoughts and potentially aggressive behavior, supporting O'Brien's depiction of PTSD.
In making the portrayal of PTSD accurate, O'Brien can correctly characterize John Wade as a victim of the disorder, thus creating a more believable struggle due to John's mental health.
By creating a character with the past of John Wade and making sure his symptoms and actions are historically accurate with those of other victims of this disorder, O'Brien's character is an accurate representation of a PTSD victim. This allows for a believable backstory and explanation for why Wade acts the way he does.